This Saturday marks the 100-year centenary of the historic foundation of the Fazl Mosque in London, the first mosque built in the capital city. On October 19, 1924, Hazrat Mirza Bashiruddin Mahmud Ahmad, the second Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, laid its foundation. The mosque has since become a symbol of spiritual devotion, community strength, and outreach. We spoke with Imam Adawul Majid Rashid, the Imam of this historic mosque, to reflect on its significance and legacy.
On the 19th of October in 1924, it was a historic day in the history of the Ahmadiyya movement in Islam, when the second Caliph of the promised Messiah, ﷺ, may peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, he was personally here in London to lay the foundation stone of the very first mosque in London. It was not only the first mosque outside subcontinent built by the community, but it was also the very first mosque to be seen in the great city of London.
The Fazl Mosque has been a beacon of spirituality for a century. It is not just a place of worship, but a center from where the peaceful message of Islam is shared with the world, guiding the community's spiritual growth and outreach efforts.
The head of the community laying the foundation wrote in his hand that I wish and I pray that the spiritual rays of light emanating from this mosque should enlighten the whole world. Now, normally it is believed that the mosque is the center of spiritual guidance for the people around it. But in this case, he extended the scope to the whole world. That was something very extraordinary. And this has happened in this way, that during the period of the fourth Caliph, he initiated MTA, Muslim Television International. It's a global network broadcasting 24 hours a day in so many languages of the world, taking the message of Islam really to the all corners of the earth. And that was the prophecy regarding this mosque, where I'm sitting at the moment.
The Fazl Mosque has had a close connection with the institution of Khilafat since its inception. After the passing of the promised Messiah ﷺ, Khilafat, an ongoing spiritual leadership, was established. Over the years, each Caliph, from the second to the present fifth Caliph, has contributed significantly to the mosque development and global outreach.
So this has got a great close impact upon this mosque as well, because the second Caliph laid the foundation, and then the third Caliph, he was able to visit this mosque. He stayed here, he delivered the sermons, he initiated many worldwide preaching campaigns from this mosque, and so many other activities were done. Then the time came when the fourth Caliph came here. That was in 1984. And that his arrival here, and then his stay for very long period, that is a really bright and brilliant period history of Ahmadiyyat, all centered around this mosque. And the beautiful point to remember about this mosque is that the election of the Caliph, whenever a Caliph is to be elected, the electoral college, the members, they also all assemble in one place. The fifth election took place in this very mosque. This is the great spiritual connection of this mosque with the election of the Caliph. And the fifth Caliph, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, Ayyadahullah Ta'ala bin Nasril Aziz, may Allah strengthen his hand with his mighty hand, he was elected the Caliph. And he is, by the grace of Allah, now conducting the leadership of the community.
As the Fazl Mosque reaches this historic centenary, it serves as a powerful reminder of the community's gratitude and ongoing commitment to faith, standing as a beacon of peace, unity, and spiritual growth.
So this mosque is very important. So to remember the building of this mosque is something which gives me great joy. and all the members of the community feel extremely thankful to God Almighty. And that is a moment for us for expressing our thanks to God Almighty and also to revive our commitment to faith, which is the most important thing in the life of a person.